Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the monkey feet to train your hip flexors. This exercise is specifically going to target the superficial lateral fibers of the hip flexor muscle, so muscles such as the rectus femoris in external range. For it, we are going to need a flat bench, and in terms of the setup position, we are going to be in a supine position, meaning we are going to be laying down on our back. One of the things that we want to do to target the lateral fibers is we want to go ahead and we want to cross the midline with the femur by going into adduction. So we're going to go ahead, cross it out. And then with the knee, we want to go ahead and we are going to straighten out the knee. Then we're going to lay back. And then in terms of the actual execution of the exercise itself, we are going to go into hip flexion by driving the foot up toward the sky. And that is the actual execution of the exercise itself. Now we're going to go into a couple of common mistakes. Mistake number one is having the bench set up too high. If we have it set to a 45 degree, we're going to be targeting the rectus femoris more in the middle range. And if we are sitting straight up, we're going to be targeting it more in internal range. If we want to specifically target the external range of the movement, we want to be in a flat supine position. That way the femur is going to be working hardest when we are in full extension of the femur or that external range position. Mistake number two is bending the knee. If we want to target more of the superficial fibers, we want to make sure that the knee remains straight. If the knee is bent as we are performing the exercise, we're going to be targeting more of the deep muscles of the hip flexor group, so muscles such as the psoas major. So if we want to target more of the superficial fibers, we want to make sure that that knee is in extension to target more of the rectus femoris. And then one of the final mistakes is picking a weight that is too heavy. If you pick a weight that's too heavy, you're going to have to use momentum to try and get the weight up, and you might be tempted to bend the knee. So you want to pick a weight that's appropriate enough that when you're performing it, it allows you to isolate the hip as best as possible, and also it allows you to keep the knee nice and straight. But those are just a few common mistakes, and that is how you can perform the strengthening exercise for the superficial lateral fibers of the hip flexor group in external range, so muscles such as the rectus femoris.